Our total awareness of who we are is called our concept of ourself. And our concept of ourself is everything that we believe to be true. That everything that you believe true got you to this place. And if you want to get to this place, this extraordinary level of consciousness, you have to do something that Saint Germain says only a handful of people are capable of doing. You must be willing to change your concept of yourself. You must be willing to change what you believe to be true. That is, what is possible or not possible for you. We have a tendency to just attribute things to like science. You know, we'll say, well, science tells us, and if it's not scientific, if there's not evidence for it, you have to take and understand that everything that we have scientific evidence for has been studied by a brain that is studying a brain. And what we have to do is get to a place of awareness in which we're beyond the brain. And the brain can't do this. The brain can't be objective enough to figure out things because the brain is linear. The brain believes in cause and effect and beginnings and ends and what you can see and what you can touch. So now what we have to do is get to a different place within ourselves. And in Man's Search for Meaning, which is required reading, if you're watching this on video, if you're listening today, you really should read Man's Search for Meaning. It really talks about how people were able to survive by just having meaning in their lives. Our need to have meaning in our lives comes from the necessity that we have within us to reach an exalted level of consciousness. We have to be able to change our concept of ourself. And changing your concept of yourself will be the biggest challenge you've ever had in your life. Because you have to change things that you have been told are true, and they're not. We have all been led to believe a lie. When we see with, not through the eye, we've been led to believe a lie. We've been led to believe that who we are is incapable of fulfilling a destiny, a dharma, and doing things that we thought were absolutely impossible. I have a quote here, I think. In order to reach the truth, this is from a French philosopher named René Descartes. In order to reach the truth, it is necessary at some point in one's life to rid oneself of all of the opinions one has received and to rebuild one's entire system of knowledge from the very foundations. René Descartes. I wrote this out 2 months ago. If there is intelligence behind life, and there is every reason to believe that there must be, then all of that intelligence is innate in each creation of that intelligence. Thus, universal mind, or the higher self, is complete and entire within each of us. We have only to discover it for its power and perfection for it to be ours. So, again, if there is intelligence behind life, and we all know that there is, then that intelligence that is behind life is innate in each creation of that intelligence. If you come from that intelligence must be in you. So God must be in you, or whatever you want to call that, the divine mind, God, Tao, spirit, consciousness, higher consciousness. When you begin to recognize that spark can grow to become you. And we haven't been trained to believe that, and I don't know why. Why weren't we raised to believe that we are God? Jesus says it in John 10:34, as he's about to be stoned. Why would you stone me? You are a man and you claim to be God. Is it not written in your laws that I have said, you are God? Those are right out of the words of Jesus. It's right in there. You could look it up. St. Paul in Philippians, have in you the same mind as Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God, did not consider it robbery to be equal with God. Go to Psalms 82 in the Old Testament. You are all children of the Most High. Ye are all God's. It's all over the scriptures. It's in the Quran. It's in the Bhagavad Gita. It's in all of the holy books. God and you are one. You must be like what you came from.